Okay, this video I'm going to do a little bit differently. There'll be little snippets of notes that you need to take, but I'm going to mostly go through um, several of the slides on this lesson. So there's 10 slides. I won't go through all of them, but I'll go through a few of them. So this is the warm up. This one says drag point C so that its image of point B dilated using point A as the center of dilation and a scale factor of 3. So I would, in my notes, if I were you and I was taking notes, I would mark a little point A and I would label that center of dilation. Because it says right there, this is a lot of words and there's a lot of point and dilation and it's a lot of words. So I try to break it up a little bit. So point A is the center of dilation. So I just wrote that right there. And then I'm gonna change my color. And then point B is right here. It says drag point C so that it is the image of point B dilated using point A as the center and dilation and a scale factor of 3. So scale factor of 3. So, excuse me. So basically, what that means is if you're drawing a scale factor, if you're making a scale factor of 3, then you want it to be 3 times the size. So here, it's let's just say this is 3 and this is 1. Okay, let's just say. So if that were the case, you would want C to be 3 times as far away from A as B. So you would, do another 3 and 1, and then another 3 and 1. So these are just numbers that I've given them. So in your notes, you could do the same thing. I would do a little like dotted line. And then, so you want to make one that is the same. You're making 3 little stairs that are the same size, basically. And then this point right here, that will be your point C. Okay, so this is times 1, this is times 2, and this is times 3. So all of this you should be putting in your notes. So this is a scale factor of 3. Okay, and so then if we put point C, ooh, I wonder if I take away the annotate, if it'll go away. So if you would drag this over here to right about this spot right here, and that would be C. Okay, but this is what you should be writing in your notes. So now it's the same problem. It's giving us the same problem, but it's saying, let's do it on a grid. So now we have more specifics. So now when I look at how far away A is from B, I see that it's 2 and 1. So it's like the same thing, but now you really have units that you can count. Again, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. So this is times 1. This is 1. This is just like scale factor of 1. This is the length of from A to B, and then a scale factor of 2 and a scale factor of 3. And so I did find out that I can move C, and then it would be right there. And that looks very similar to our first page. Don't have to do notes on this because you did it on the last one. Okay. Oh, so I can clear my annotations, what I learned. Boop, boop. Okay. This one I want to do with you guys. This one, one's probably a little tricky to do on your notes. So I do want you to follow along with what I do in Amplify. So you can like go back and forth from this video to Amplify if you need to, or just pay really good attention to what I'm telling you in this part of the video. Okay, so it says triangle A, turn this off actually. Triangle A is the image of triangle A prime, that little thing means prime. Triangle A prime, this big triangle right here, is the image of triangle A dilated. Remember, that means it's changing size. Is this working? Oh no, I do have to annotate. Ooh, dilated using point C right here as the center of dilation. So that's like where it's dilating from. Okay, let's see if I have a little line tool. Ah, yes. Okay. So if I'm going from point C and I'm going to the first shape and then I'm going to the second shape. There we go. It's good enough. I think I could probably select. I could move it over a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then another one going through these 2 points. And then one more. So I want you to do this on your Amplify. I want you to draw these lines on your Amplify. And if you do want to do this on a graph paper or in your notebook, you think it's going to help you, with your test, I would do it. Whenever that test might be. It's not this week. So here we have our original shape here, and then our new shape, which is obviously bigger. And it's asking us what scale factor is used. So we're going to use that same strategy as we did before. And so we're going to use that same strategy we did before. I already said that. And so let's see, I'll use pink. So if I want to go from C to these 3 points, I'm going to count how many I go up and over. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then I go 1, 2 over. Okay. So that's times 1. This is just times 1. This is one length from the center of dilation to the first point. And so I want to see how far it is from C to this point. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, just the same, 4 and over 2. 1, 2. Okay. And then same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 2. So this is times 1, this is times 2, and this is times 3. So then our scale factor is 3. I think I could actually type that in, but I'm just going to write 3. And then it says we can check our work. See if it'll let me. Okay, I can type in the 3 and then I can check my work. And that's what it'll do. It'll make it 3 times bigger. Ooh. Okay. Let's look at the next slide. So I'm going to clear this. Oops, whoops. Oh, I already have my annotations on that one. Let's see if I could get rid of it. Okay. So this one, I think this one is a little bit trickier, but you solve it the same way. So we are looking at the shaded one is the original. So the shaded one in this case is bigger than the new one, than the image. So it's just like a scale copy. It's the image. It's like when you look in the mirror, you see an image of yourself. So for this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start from C And then I'm going to go to each point. Same thing I did on the last one. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so if you remember on the last one, we counted from the center of dilation, which is our C, to the original. So if I'm counting from the center of dilation to the original, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's 4 and that's 12. Okay. And if I want to go to the new shape, then I would go over 1. I'll do that in a different color so you could see it better. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3 and this is 9. So if I'm looking at how much farther away it is from C, if B, the original B is 12 away and the new one is 9 away, or you could also say 3 away and 4 away, then I know that that is, it's 9/12. It's 9/12 of the distance. So that would be 9/12 of the distance that B is from, B prime is from point C. So if it's 9/12 of the distance, we can reduce that to, we could divide these each by 3, divide by 3, so it's 3/4. There are other ways to do this that you might find easier. If you look at the height of this small one, that's 3. You look at the height of this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4. So this small one is 3/4 of this one. That way is a little bit easier, but it's not always going to be as simple. So I do also want you to know how to go over and up or up and over. Either way. I'm going to go next. Unannotate, delete. Go next. Okay, this one you're gonna just play with this one. It just says to play with it, and you look at what the scale factor does, and you answer the question. What the scale factor changes, what does it do? You have to pay attention to the number. Pay attention to the number here. It goes all the way down to -1, and then it goes to regular 1, and then you can make it go up, and just pay attention to this number and what happens to the shape. So the scale factor, remember, is what you multiply it by to get the new shape. So I'll let you guys do that one on your own. This one, oh, look. I have to reset. Okay, so okay, so this one right here, this one says dilate quadrilateral A, B, C, D using point E right here, as the center of dilation. So point E is the center of dilation. And a scale factor of 2. Okay? And so we want a scale factor of 2, and we have to go from E. So it's going to be blown up around this one. So if we go from E, we have to count from E. So if I want to start with point D, I know that this goes over 2 and up 2. So this right here, that's times 1 away from E. This is one length. And you want it to go one more because we're doing times 2. So this is your times 1 and we want times 2. 1, 2. So that's 1 and that's 2. And I'm going to do all my little annotations um, before I move the little dots. Okay, so this one is from E to C, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. and up 2. Okay, so this is times 1. This is 1 away, like 1 times 1. That's scale factor of 1. And then we want a scale factor of 2. So I'm going to do the same thing for 4 over and up 2 and up 2. So I'm going to put little dots too. Okay, looks like a little alien. And then for B, it's the same as C, only you're going over and down. So over 4 and down 2, or you could say down 2 and over 4. When we get to slope, you're going to do the up and down first, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, and so you want to go over 4 and down 2. Okay, and then again, this one is over 2 and down 2. So that's times 1 over 2 and down 2. Okay. So if I was going to do a scale factor of 3, I would do it one more time. Same thing, over and up, or up and over. As long as you're doing the same amount, then you're good. So this is times 1, this is times 2. And then we can move our little dots. So I have to take all the little drawings away for this to work. So I'm going to take away the annotations. So just remember that's how we're doing it. And then I'm going to move these. So that was, oh, oopsies. I got to get rid of the annotation thing. Okay, so remember we did over 2, up 2, over 2, up 2. And this was over 4 and up 2, over 4 and up 2. And this one, I'm going to do it this way, down 2 and over 4, down 2 and over 4. And this one was down 2 and over 2, down 2 and over 2. And then you could check your work and you should get it right because we did it together. So see how it grows from E. So these lines perfectly go straight through C and then to C prime. And then it's straight. These lines are straight. They go perfectly through the dots that correspond with each other and they start at E. That's the whole point of that's what the center of dilation means. That's where it's growing from. This is the last one we're going to do. So this is what is important to remember when dilating a figure using a center of dilation and a scale factor. So I'm not going to answer that question for you. I'm just going to kind of show you what we've been doing with this. So let's just if your center of dilation is D and you connect them, you got these lines that you're connecting. And then the idea is, when you're making these dilations, the center of dilation here, when you make the lines, they have to go through the points. So in this one, we could dilate it and make it smaller. So if this is up 6 over 4, so we would do up 3 over 2. And then if we're doing this one was up 2 over 4. So then we go up 1 over 2. And now see it's going through that line. And this is up 2 over 2, 4, 6. So then we would go, if it's 2 and 6, we would go up 1. We're doing half, remember, up 1 and over 3. So there would be our new shape right there. So again, it's not asking you in this problem to do this. It's asking you what's important to remember. And so I want you guys to kind of think about what I did in making this dilation and what was important in order to make it accurate. And anywho, that is all for that lesson. You still are going to do the next slide. So this is the show what you know. And then, yeah, this one. So I did most of the slides with you. You just have to do a couple things independently for that, and then you have to do the practice.